This is video number 25 of my set of 31 videos sharing about how to use a glucose meter as a personal fuel gauge. Normally I start my videos first thing in the morning, but here it is the end of the day and I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. I had to get some studying done today for my nutrition class. I'm a late in life college student trying to earn a bachelor's degree, and so I had homework to get done so that I wouldn't miss a deadline on some assignments. And then we went and babysat for our grandchildren, so I'm kind of beat, and anyway, this will be short. Today's topic is covering day 24 of a 30-day challenge that I'm participating in with the DataDrivenFasting crowd, and that is about using a glucose meter. The question for today, or the topic, it is a question, is for how long can I do this? And I'll put the visual up on the screen so you can see that. And basically it's can I keep going with what I've been doing, this kind of pushing and trying to reach a hunger trigger? Well, the answer is you can follow data-driven fasting until you achieve your desired blood glucose, body fat level, waist to height ratio, or other favorite biomarkers. But the but is that long-term weight loss can get hard after a while. And so we're encouraged actually to take a break after a 30-day event like this. Marty writes, it can be beneficial to take a diet break after a period of significant weight loss to practice, so that we can practice maintenance. It's good to learn how to maintain your weight while still using your blood sugar as a guide. And at the end of this 30 days, so this topic is for day 24, so in another 6 days when we get to the 30th day, we can switch to, if you're continuing to use the app, people who are lifetime DDFers who signed up for that, which the top price for that would be $197. So sometimes Marty runs specials on it, and I've seen it as low as $129 for lifetime access to all of his classes. The DataDriven Macros, the DataDriven Micros, and the DataDriven Fasting. And there's 8 DataDriven Fasting challenges a year, there's 5 DataDriven Macro challenges per year, and there's 4 DataDriven Micros challenges per year. All I've ever done is the data-driven fasting. I loathe tracking food, and that is required to do the macros and the micros. Some people love it, not me. Anyway, back to what we can do at the end of this 30 days. If you're continuing to use the app, or even if you're just doing this program on your own and you know how to chase your hunger, your personal hunger trigger, you have one, whether you did the paid challenge or not, you can keep trying to reach that on a regular basis, and you can even lower it for yourself a little bit based upon 7 days of pre-meal hunger numbers. If you have reached them more often than not, you can reduce it by 0.5%, your personal hunger trigger. But anyway, for those with the app, you can switch to maintenance or pause mode in the app until you're ready to resume doing the hunger training, chasing your personal hunger trigger. There are 3 dots on the upper right-hand side of the Data-Driven Fasting app, and you touch those, and you have an option there to, the quick actions you can do are reset your trigger, restart DDF baselining, maintenance mode, and pause mode. So right now I'm going to talk about the difference between maintenance mode and pause mode. The maintenance mode will give you a slightly higher pre-meal glucose hunger trigger of 10 milligrams per deciliter higher, or 0.6 millimoles per liter above your current number. And then with pause mode, it's just literally pausing it, staying right at that hunger trigger number that you currently have. Now, how to decide between the two? Well, it's suggested that you would continue your hunger training if you're still making good progress and it doesn't seem hard and you still have weight that you want to lose. It's suggested to use the pause mode if it's starting to get hard, but you want to continue losing weight. So you're just holding steady at your personal hunger trigger, and you're pausing it so it won't go any lower, but you're continuing to try to reach that number before you have your meals. And if you're really not sure, it says, if in doubt, choose maintenance. And then if you're going to come back and do another 30-day challenge for yourself or with a group, you can restart baselining at the start of that another round of doing data-driven fasting. So the next thing I want to cover for this video today is I put up a screenshot of a meal someone shared on in the challenge group. Now, I don't know whether this was her meal or just an image she saw somewhere and captured, but I want to talk about this meal. While this is great for getting in protein, and it has fats that are included, not added, fats within the egg yolk, fats within the sausage, fats within the bacon. So those are just natural saturated fats. It's missing something. And the reason I'm thinking of that is because of my TrimHealthyMama lifestyle. It's like, include veggies. Whenever possible, include veggies. So, think of some vegetables that you could add to a meal like this, and you're going to have a much more nutritious meal. You could take a zucchini and you could dice it up and quick fry it in a skillet and sort of have this zucchini hash. It'd be great if you added onion to it or some garlic. Another thing you could do is take some frozen cauliflower and do that up in a skillet. Maybe add some nutritional yeast to it, some salt and pepper, some garlic or garlic powder. I like to sometimes saute up a bunch of arugula, not cook it long, just kind of warm it through and have it with a breakfast plate like this. It's getting in a lot of good nutrition to have the arugula, or as Marty would call it, rocket. I'll put up another image on the screen about veggies, a veggie hack, where just try to put veggies in any meal possible, because you're improving your nutrition by doing that. I would focus on the non-starchy veggies for the most part, but that image will give you some ideas about where you could sneak in extra vegetables and improve your nutrition. Now, one of the advantages of joining the DataDriven Fasting community, the OptimizingNutrition.com community that is free to join, is Marty is always sharing recipes in there, and they're not just any old recipe he's linking. These are recipes that he and Saskia Lesser have put together, and he teaches about why a particular recipe would be healthy for you. What is it giving to your body? So in this particular one, this is a healthy butter chicken recipe, and it's got cauliflower, and it uses low-fat yogurt So that is helping dial back the fat on this, but it's providing plenty of protein. The cauliflower can be used in place of rice. So you could use riced cauliflower if you want, but I think this butter chicken would be just fine served over or beside the cauliflower, as is shown in the image. And Marty teaches that the chicken is providing a good dose of protein along with B vitamins, choline, copper, iron, selenium, and zinc. Now, saying that copper reminds me of a YouTube video I came across a couple months ago that kind of impressed me about the importance of copper in our diet and how that affects our ability to absorb iron. I will link the copper YouTube video teaching in the description box of this video. Now I'm going to go back to the topic of this recipe. So Marty not only, gives some of the overall macros on here, like this dish, 460 calories, 60 grams of protein, 19 grams of fat, 8 grams of net carbs. He talks about the P&E ratio, the protein to energy ratio in here. And then I'll put up another screenshot so you can see how granular his recipes are, how much detail he puts in his recipes. And so here you can see the macros and the micros. The macros, the green bar for protein, that is the predominant aspect of this recipe, which is a good thing. You want to have a high percentage of protein in your meals, and you want to, if you're trying to get your body to use its own body fat or its own stored energy, then you want to pull back on the energy that you're providing. You want to provide nutrients, but not necessarily the energy of fats and carbs. So you can see in this image that the protein bar is a much longer bar, and the yellow energy bar is shorter, and the blue net carbs bar is shorter, and the red fat bar is shorter. So I wanted you to see what detail is provided in the recipes, and these recipes are free in the community. You just need to join the community. I'll have a link to join the free community in the description box. At the end of that recipe, there's more information where you can, just keep following down the rabbit trail of great teaching. One of the linked articles is the most nutrient-dense foods, and I will, I'm going to put up a screenshot so you can see that, the cover of that article looks like. The most nutrient-dense foods per calorie, tailored to your goals and preferences. Now, that's another free teaching that's available in the community. And then also, there's a special little self-led class or teaching you can do that's called Free 7-Day Nutrient Clarity Challenge. So another great free resource. Marty's just wonderful about what he shares within the group. He really, really cares about people learning how to meet their nutritional needs, how to be healthy, and I'm very impressed with this man. Very impressed. I'm proud to share his content. So that's the end of today's video, and thank you for watching.